All right, welcome back to Harrowings, the Passing Show. Your host, Hal Gill. This is Mitchell Park, site of a two-story brick homemade farmhouse built in 1795, demolished in 1929 by the German government, which owned the property. World War II, the government confiscated it, land, and annexed it to Mitchell Park. So, this is across the way, the residence of the Laotian ambassador. They sold the adjacent property, and they also have this building. So they've got a fair amount of the south side of F Street Northwest. Just over the hill is Jeff Bezos' place. Double mansion he's got there, which was the Textile Museum. It's also the place where you find the Myanmar Embassy and the Wilson House Museum for Woodrow Wilson. His digs when he was out of the presidency. And it's 1965 on the National Register of Historic Places. But now we're looking at the Spanish Steps spur of 22nd Street Northwest. We have a nice little fountain down there. I think we might as well walk down, take that in, remind myself of how nice my neighborhood is. The Moldovan ambassador's car is parked up here. I'm kind of wondering if he's decided to take up residence in that other section. He's quite often parked up here rather than down at the Moldovan embassy. But he may have taken over either that or he may have gotten himself another building as a residence for the ambassador of Moldova. That'd be nice. I see them come and go sometimes. I don't know which one's the ambassador. I never really pay that much attention. Some sort of mock orange? I don't know. Looks like a type of orange tree here. Never noticed it before. It's got quite a few fruits that come up. Let me see. This looks almost right. Couldn't figure out whether it has a smell. Not really. A little round ball. Scuff it, maybe. Skin it. See what it's got to offer. Almost looks like a little lemon. Here's our Spanish Steps. Originally 1911, restored in 1999. I don't know what happened to it in the interim, if anything. Yeah, it's kind of citrusy smell of this little fruit. You rub it on the... Yeah, yum. Here we got with us today. Amanda Wolfrose, in Tank of Mind, I've seen her before, Gina Miller. Visit Propaganda, a boss they've seen before. This could be propaganda. This is Washington, D.C., 22nd Street, Spanish Steps, and then so lion-headed fountain. Very pleasant. Love to hear the water running. And walk around it. Why not? Be careful. Do not need to be falling on these steps, that's for sure. You can hear a jet blowing up out of National out there. Hear its rumble. It's kind of fascinating to me to just watch the passing show flowing on. After the fall comes and the leaves fall from the trees, you'll be able to see all the way down 22nd Street, and the State Department's down there towards the end. Walking down there, you run into the National Mall and the Vietnam War Memorial's not far. Some folks coming up the Spanish Steps. There's a nice view of our fountain. Nothing really more pleasant than a fountain. I'm glad it's running. Sometimes I come down here, it's not running. It always distresses me a little bit. I think it ought to be running. But in the winter, I don't want it to freeze up. Sometimes it does, and that's kind of cool. I think this is the Thai ambassador's place. It was part of the Thai embassy. They used to have a big old panda painted here, but I think they may have sold the house. I don't know. Definitely have some oriental decorations. And some nice roses. They cleaned up the yard a little bit. It looks like they cleaned up the garden. It's getting a little overgrown, so maybe it's been taken over by somebody with a little more care. Let's see. Okay, it's just the four of y'all and me for five in total. This one has a little sign on it that says Freedom Place, which I think is part of the same complex. I know that on the back side of it, on one of the cross streets there, is I think the Thai ambassador's residence. The neighbors here have a Tesla. Usually plug it in, yeah, they're charging it up. They also own a nice little Porsche, but that's out right now. Seems. Hmm, I don't know what this is. Hopefully it's not poisonous. I think this little house was just redone recently. Or maybe it was this one. I forget. Hard to keep track. I think it was the one. People come and go. This is the Costa Rican embassy. The stone ball there is a pre-Columbian artifact from Costa Rica. Oh, they got a little cart in the back too, painted cart. I'll try to wear this down a little more. Hey, this is Phelps Place. One of the things I like to do is go by the Friends Meeting House. The stone building here has got a nice set of solar cells on one side. The Friends Meeting House is a Quakers, they have unprogrammed worship there. I used to attend on occasion where you sit in silence with the other Quakers. Very pleasant. Early on a Sunday morning to do that. I also had keys to the William Penn House at one point. I would attend that. Hmm. Whatever this little fruit is, it's got a pulp inside. Can't really see what it is, but it's got a lot of seeds inside. Very seedy. So I'm dropping the seeds. Apple seed kind of thing. Oh, there's a mockingbird. Just flew across. Tricycle out front. One of the things here, cactus. Is a little sundial that says, I mind the light, dost thou. And when I was walking with the bathrobe guy on the other end, the first time we ever did that, did it again 2 nights ago. I walked by here and talked about it. The inner light that drives us all. Well, that's interesting. That little tricycle is ancient. Not sure why I have ancient trucks out here, but they do. There's the sundial with the motto, I mind the light, dost thou. And it looks like it's a little after 3:30. I think it's on a different time zone, not on standard time. Or, yeah, I guess it is. Just sort of like an hour off. Boop, boop, boom. Stepping down. Maybe that was 4:30, it was saying, which is about right. Fan, carrier air conditioning system here. I take the steps very carefully. I do not need any falls. Fallen enough. Get a few more steps in today. Taking you all around with me. Yeah, Mega Origin is joined. I had Origin before, now I've got the Mega Origin. Well, it's good to have you. Anybody had questions or anything? This is Washington, D.C., Decatur Place. Just talking a little bit earlier about some of the things at Base Decatur. And yeah, just moseying about. A little bit. Taking in the traffic on Florida Avenue, northwest. May peace prevail on earth. That was my theme, you know? May peace prevail on earth. Friends Meeting House. Accept the challenge of our chaotic and dangerous world with a sense of adventure, of gratitude that our time is now. It's a good motto, good reminder. This out. Whoop. Missed it. Missed it. Missed it. Step, 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 step. I got across. And the nick of time. Up by the Embassy of Albania. I want to remind everyone that every cent we spend is a vote for the kind of world we are co-creating. Invest wisely and your purchases, because most of us are consumers. Very few of us are growing our own food these days. Think about the ripple effects caused by our economic choices. I try to think of mine, often harrowed by what I consider. But there is a lot of beauty in the world. Art's at our core. The DuPont Circle Business Improvement District, or BID.org, advertising there. Florida Avenue, Connecticut Avenue, northbound. Got folks coming down here on bicycles, folks turning on my street. Another one, Prius, in a Porsche. Nice looking car. So, as you're watching the traffic go by, everybody locked in their own little worlds, thinking about their own little quotidian trivialities. Some of them aware, some of them not so much. Most of them watching enough to not hit anybody else or this lamppost, which I'm leaning up against. And there's some people crossing now at the light. A BMW is kind of stuck in the box there. And he's got through. And he wants to turn and go up the other way now. Thought better of it. Interesting looking character. Turned down 21st Street. Got a Keeper Federal, defending our nation's digital borders against cyber threats. And scooter. A lot of these scooters putting about the neighborhood. Chrysler, wheelchair access, Audi, Honda, Ford. Nice Ford Explorer. That looks like a fairly new one. Marylander. The whole world passes by. And that's one of the nice things about living here, I think, in the bunker, is I am tucked in there, but I'm really close to all of the flow of people and products, and I don't know what all. And it's just really nice. Beautiful weather today. I don't know. Maybe go for a walk later. I'm going to see how Lynn's doing. She just got her home. She's got her neck hurting, and need to see if I can take care of her. And I got the crossing lights. I'm going to cross. Ball door, specialty foods. See those trucks around a lot. Quality you can trust. Service that delivers. See what's in the mail here. The Hop, Diana Clark. The Knicks by Nathan Hill. I saw that recently. The Heart of Change Fields. Black Leopard, Red Wolf, Marlon James. Hitmaker, that's been stuck in there for a while. Little Free Library is provided by the Romanians of DC. Thank you, Romanians. And it's in front of the Embassy of Moldova. Their primary language apparently is Romanian. What are the Romance languages? Left over from when it was Dacia, a Roman province. What else do I want to talk about? before heading in. Not much. You all want to talk about anything? Doesn't look like it if you're watching at all. But this is a little bit of who, what, when, and where. Little raw journalism. Small segment, not a real heavy one. Everybody's doing the best they can with what they have out here, I think. And if they knew better, they'd do better. If they're not doing well now, you got to wonder what their lives will be like in the future due to the decisions they're making. Every decision I've ever made has put me on this porch or this, whatever it is, this bit of concrete looking out at the passing shell and considering how lucky we are to be here now. 62 years old, could have gone otherwise. Wouldn't have taken much. When I was in Euro, the Cuban Missile Crisis was on. We didn't get vaporized. But, that turned on a dime. Could have gone a different way. We could have a submarine captain who launched a nuclear missile to destroy U.S. Navy ships, which he was in a position to do. Out of touch with headquarters, it could have happened. As somebody passing by in an ambulance, not sure where they're headed. Possibly Georgetown, possibly George Washington University. Anyway, we wish them well. Wish all you all well too. Hope you have a good evening. Remember, every cent spent's a vote for the kind of world you're co-creating. And yeah, try to be a good ancestor. That's it for now. Where's it? There it is. End button. End live video.